Good evening and welcome to The Good, Bad and the Ugly. And I'd like to say good evening to Anthony and Fuzzy. How are we doing, these pair of you?
Not too bad, too. You all right?
Yeah, apart from my throat, mate, I'm doing really good, really good.
Sorry, mate, I can't hear you.
I know exactly, mate. I'll turn the volume up a little bit.
You have to shout every single word.
I know, mate. Hello.
Maybe
I'm doing sign language.
I'm doing all right myself, except having to read news articles, as you probably would have seen down there. Keep Southgate away. Southgate's been touted to replace Ten Hag. Listen, we could get ourselves relegated with Ten Hag, and I'll be all right if it means that Southgate doesn't get the job. I'll be all right with it. That guy, nah. Stay away. Stay as far away as possible. The worst thing about it is Dan Ashworth's worked with him before as well. So, yeah, that could be a direction we end up going in. And,
if things are looking up then, Fuzz?
They're looking up. If I was looking up to something that's here, I want to be looking up there, but I'm looking just here, like slightly up. It is just slightly. And there's something absolutely bum ugly sat on the top there as well. So yeah, it's spoiled. I look up to have my view spoiled.
Just a couple of people coming to the chat already. AFC always, how we doing, guys? Tony Anthony, Hotfuzz, big up.
Yes.
And Jimena saying hello, panel and chat. And they're saying each other. Jimena saying to you, Hotfuzz, what I've been telling you about Sofian Amrabat. He proved my point on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you said it early on, Anthony, that fire outside of the Southampton St Mary's Stadium, that's definitely put a stop to that game, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's like
quite bad, that fire. Yeah,
I think they're really bad. I think it's some sort. I think it's like a warehouse or something like that. That's actually by the stadium. That's actually obviously gone up in smoke, which is quite close to the stadium actually. So obviously it's causing an effect on tonight's game. But obviously with somebody that like there, you just do in those working environment and in those conditions. Nobody was there at the time. Everybody got evacuated out and they're all safe, basically.
Yeah, don't look good in that. Say evening to Mum Flossie. How we doing? Hope you're keeping well. Selling to each other, and obviously big up to Lenny Moon as well. Big up, brothers. How we doing, Lenny? Hope you're keeping well, matey. Yeah, I mean, it did look quite a strong old fire as well. It looks like it's really taken control of the next to the stadium. So hopefully everyone's all right in that respects, because it doesn't look good.
No.
So should we start off with the drama that is Man United at the moment? I mean, I see old Jim Ratcliffe's actually gone down in valuation after spending, 1.3 billion on his acquisition of shares of Man United. Gone down in the rankings.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. You buy something that all of your friends around the billionaires table probably look at you. It's like, so what have you spent your money on then, Sir Jim, buddy? I spent on shares of Manchester United. I'm like 25% owner now. Huh? You put your money in that? Like what? You see what they're doing? You see them like embarrassing themselves on the world stage every single week. You sure you know if that's wise to spend your money on that? And if I was sat around that same table, I would, even if I was a United fan, I'd be like, yeah, what the hell are you doing with your money? What in the hell are you doing with your money? But we need somebody to take a punt on us and try and get us out the gutter, turn our fortunes around and push us back up to where we should be. And it's going to take a long time to do it. I think that's beyond any reasonable doubt. But with every little thing, all the small things could probably amount eventually to the grand prize. So, there's bound to be some big setbacks along the way and a lot of negatively perceived decisions or actions. but yeah, it's all for the sake of progression and like actual physical progression that everyone can clearly see, and not something that's a made up fairy tale just to sort of tick everyone's boxes and moralities and all of that. So for me, as long as we see the actions and actual progress being made, then I can't have too many complaints per se. But news we've had recently about managerial selection, some of the choices they've come out with, oh my god, either take the pens and laptops, whatever it is, tools they use to put those stories out, take them away, because those people are dangerous. With some of them, they're hella dangerous. Some people got to be taken care of. You got to be silenced.
Interesting one here from AFC Always. He's saying to you, heard that Man United rename it the New Old Trafford. Is that true?
Probably not. I have no idea. I think it's just a case if they rename a stadium, they'll rename it to something completely different. But I think in terms of the stadium that's currently there, it's always going to be the Old Trafford. So if they build a new stadium, it's going to be probably given a different name compared to what the actual Old Trafford is, and maybe they just leave it there as a venue, probably tart it up or hand it over to the Manchester Council or something. God only knows what will come to fruition. All I know is that there's more people fancying building a newer stadium, state of the art, versus keeping on with the old one. So
yeah, no blame. I mean, obviously, Anthony, you must be pleased because it seems that Old Cronky's actually overtaken Radcliffe as the rank up in the highest, British owner of the Premier League club.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, both American based, so and getting that is good. I you know what? First of all, I didn't really like the Cronkies, but now I'm starting to have that little leanway where I'm starting to like them and respect them, because obviously the money what they've given Mikel Arteta to spend, obviously he's had 750 million spent since he's been manager. So I feel that they're not bad investors. Obviously they got their own businesses over America, as we know, their own basketball team and NFL team and that. So it's all looking good for Arsenal at the minute. But yeah, I mean that's a bit of a poor thing, isn't it, to call a Man United stadium the new Old Trafford? I mean, what's the point in that? You just might as well stay at Old Trafford in one way. You know what I mean? So I mean, I got refused. I offered to buy Man United for £1 because of the conditions of their stadium, but I got rejected. So it was that's that. So we move on. But yeah, I'm totally happy with the Cronkies at the minute.
if we go on that namesake sort of thing, and they build like 6 or 7 different renditions of Old Trafford, they'll probably call it the new old Old Trafford. It'll probably become more of a tongue twister, more so than anything.
Bloody hell. When Pulse Play saying here, I don't need to watch any reality shows anymore. I've United for that. United become a rehab centre for spoiled players who in their minds they are top class, but really they're shit.
Facts. Biggest Pulse player.
I feel sorry for Fuzz. He gets it all on this show, doesn't he? Every week is something to do with Man United, the players, the owners, the scores. He's like, God, blimey.
I'm like the human flesh pinata, and everyone's around with the sticks.
It's the old thing, isn't it? You supply the ammunition and that, we're going to fire them bullets, isn't we? Simple as that. Good evening, Pepsi Pack. Hope you keep them well.
But just remember this for Man United, lads. It's for the greater good.
Good. But watch out when that pinata starts arming itself with some long-range weaponry and the fight back begins. Dangerous pinatas, they're coming for you. They're coming for everybody.
Superb. Question for you, Anthony. Why didn't the Cronkies back Wenger and Emery with the money like they have done with Arteta?
Well, I can answer it from the Arsene Wenger side of things. Arsene Wenger, obviously, as we know, when he left Arsenal, he left a year before his contract was up. He didn't like the Kroenkes. He said it was going to be a mistake if the Kroenkes actually took full ownership of the club. Which, in all fairness, at that time we had two. We had the Kroenkes and we had the Russian guy. I think Osmanov or whatever whatever his name is. And he said it should have been Osmanov instead of the Kroenkes. But obviously, things differed. They refused of Osmanov's. He offered $2 billion to buy the club, and the Kroenkes rejected, and they decided to buy him out. And at that time, I don't think Arsene Wenger liked it, and that's most probably the reason why he left early. Obviously, with fans as well, go up with banners and that up in the stadium, saying like Wenger out and all that sort of thing. So that's that one. But with Unai Emery, that's an hard one to really think about it. I didn't think he was given a chance. I mean, you got to think of it. Unai Emery was only in the job 18 months, and the players that he took, the players that were already there when he took over, most of them was dead wood anyway.
Yeah.
And he got us to a Europa League final and 5th in the league. So, that's what that is. I would have liked him to have been offered the money. I mean, in all fairness, we did buy Pepe, didn't we, for 72 million at that time. But, I suppose he was offered I would say a small amount, and just see what you can do with that, obviously with a certain budget that was offered to him. So, and he spent that, and I mean, I don't think he did a bad job, Unai Emery. I just thought that you should have given him more time like any other manager. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be.
No,
and the facts are, I do think Edu has got a say in that as well. They've got like a sort of, a bond, haven't they, Mikel Arteta and Edu? Yeah. So, and I think the Kroenkes like that, and they're always in touch with them. So it is what it is.
Oh, of course. Just got a few messages, and obviously I say hello to Moss Sports World. Hi, Tony Anthony and Early Doors Call. He's actually arrived in London. He's flown all the way over from the States to come over to here, World Champions League at night. What a cool thing.
Moss, he's teaching, he was the Saskia Gunnar, wasn't he?
That's it, Saskia Gunnar.
Yeah, so big up, Moss. And yeah, fair shout. Good for you. Enjoy yourself, mate.
Facking pints are sure expensive on the London town. Big up Camden Hills, yeah. How's it going over? So you haven't slept in a day or two, but good beer. That's the main thing. Evening at Arsenal Manic, how we doing, matey? And obviously Budgie. Evening everyone, a bit late, but in my defence, the curry was superb. Well, if it's a good curry, we can't knock there, can we? I like this one.
You bring that one.
Well, if it's thinking of it, it's either DJ Craig that's thought of that because he did mention the sake of the comments on the show on Sunday. So when I did, because I lost a stream and I put it back on again, and he mentioned about the eyebrows, but that's actually superb.
That one, the video you uploaded, was you in a car?
Yeah.
Oh, was that one? Yeah.
But that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
We should use them too.
Yeah, I'll make sure I transfer them onto your eyebrows for next week, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, we all need to loan Tony's eyebrows. You can take the left eyebrow. I'll take the right eyebrow next week.
Actually, we'll all share the same eyebrow.
Just one big eyebrow, just a big unibrow that goes right the way across all.
I was going to say all three of us.
Yeah.
Well, I was surprised because obviously I was looking at the Premier owners and it's quite surprising to see that Sullivan's actually 6. Well, that's with Kretinsky and a few other people, but yeah, West Ham are 6 in as the owners, which I was quite surprised with. But shame they haven't spent that money. But other than that, it's all good. We're doing well at the moment.
Yeah. trouble is, though, I think with West Ham, I think you have got quite. I mean, the money that you've had for Declan Rice, but it's not that. I mean, obviously, the money obviously you get for this season, obviously it transfers over to the following season. So I think, in all fairness, obviously you get a certain percentage you got to pay because you're renting that stadium, aren't you?
Yeah.
But in all fairness, you're quits in because I think the people that own that stadium are getting less money. So
Yeah,
do you know what
they're
I mean?
losing
They're
money,
not
and
making,
year on year they're losing money. Year on
yeah,
year.
yeah. So in all
And
fairness, it's a win-win situation for West Ham in one way, isn't it? So hopefully, I think what would you say is a good target, as in money-wise, for West Ham in the season? Would you say anywhere between 100 to anywhere between 100 to 150 million? Or
yeah, around that. Yeah, I'll give that. Yeah,
yeah,
because I think if you look, we've got a 99-year lease on the place. So with that, we're only what was it now? I think we upped the money. I think we paid like £4 million
yeah.
for the whole upkeep. We're looking after it or being there, which was much better than paying. I think originally between us and the council, I think it was 119 million. The local council.
Yeah.
But what's this new Champions League format Jez was touching on? Is this
group league format thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't think I like that, and I think I think all the teams go into one big league, and I think is it the top is it the top 16 teams it goes through? So obviously into the round 16.
I think it's
like
playoff
that.
for the ones in the bottom 16 teams, and then it's almost
surely that's going to progress that's obviously going to progress it longer, isn't it? Surely.
Well, the more games.
That's what they wanted, didn't it? They wanted more teams entered into the league. This is, I think, an offset for the European Super League. This is their way of kind of coming back with something that generate the interest from the other clubs and stop them from going into this Super League. How if it'll do it is another thing.
Yeah,
I think
don't think that works. I reckon that is rubbish. Do you know what? I don't like this change. And then people were on about, there's too many games played in a season, this, that, and the other. But I just feel like, all right, fine. Yeah, there is a lot of games played in a season. But why don't you look at it towards the Champions League? I mean, it's in the title. You wait for Champions League. You've won the league. So I think whoever wins, given the top 4 teams, a boost, so they can go on and win the league. I think if you win the league, you go into the Champions League. I reckon 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Europa, 5th and 6th, what's that? Europa Conference League, and that's it. It's done. If people are going to moan about too many games, just make the league winners go in the Champions League. The answer is in the title.
No, of course, yeah, exactly. And again, depends if it's got any meat to it. Really, if it's going to actually develop. If it does. How's that going to affect the actual domestic season as well? Especially if you're going to do well, you're in the FA Cup, you're still fighting for the Premier League, and then you've got this to contend with as well. If you're dealing with that.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, that's another bonus way you can go into Europe. But if you win the FA Cup, I suppose I don't know. I suppose there's a way that you'll have to go into the very first game of the Premier, the very first game where it kicks off. So obviously qualify. I forget the name of it now. They did it with Liverpool when they won the Champions League and they finished 5th. Premier round or something like that? So it could go. You if you win that game, then you go into
like a prelim round.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Interesting question from Pulse Play. Can someone tell me the last English owner who won the league? Because of me, so Jim bought United for vanity. And the other thing is, why is United wasting time with Dan Ashworth? Why don't we go for someone?
Wow. Englishman owner who won the league?
Not a donkey's years.
What was his name? The old Blackburn owner.
Oh, Jack Walker. That's what I was thinking. 95. That was what was in my head. But I don't know. I think it would have been him. Or I didn't think it would have been anybody else, would it?
I suppose Surgeon Ratcliffe took from Manchester United just because the door was open for him. Get in there and save some money, make compromise with the current owners, just for the sake of getting in there.
Interesting question there from Budgie. Do you think that Newcastle will be invited to join the Super League now they have the funds?
Probably, yeah. Because if they're only going to get better, you'd want, let's get Newcastle in now. Whilst the iron's warming up. By the time you get 5-10 years down the line, there'll be a global superpower.
I think this Super League is a load of nonsense. How long have they been on it now? They've been talking about it, the last maybe 2-3 seasons? So I think it's a load of nonsense from Reading Town. It is. I mean, how can you possibly just dip out of that and go into the Super League? I know that people were saying look at it financially, but it's not just the look at it financially, it's the respect of what the club's actually doing for the English Premier League as well. Look, so that's the way you've got to look at it. I don't think any fan would not like their team to go win that. So if I don't know whether the FIFA allow it, or if not, maybe if it gets like a fan's vote or something like that, I don't know. But I'm all against it. Just carry on and just play football in the Premier League.
Well, let's see if fan power can do the same thing. Be interesting. Will be interesting. So obviously, United was completely finished when Sir Alex Ferguson retired. I mean, when you look at it, I think everyone can agree he managed to get a song out of that team when they were really on their last stockings, really.
Could put it this way: United were finished when the Glazers bought the club, but when Ferguson retired, the floodgates opened. So it was leaking. True. The roof was leaking. Quite literally, it is leaking now, but the terminology was leaking since 2005. Now it's 2024, and we've seen the roof completely cave in. No one wants to fix the roof or replace it. So it's now got somebody in who's either going to replace the roof or they're going to completely start afresh, build a new house.
I'm sure you got a question here. How do you think Liverpool fare against Sparta?
One kick and they'll be down.
Interesting. That's what it takes.
In Sparta.
Well, Liverpool against Sparta. Oh, is that in the Europa League? Yeah. I think
a kick and a load of spears onto the football pitch, I reckon.
They're favourites to win that. I think they will. I think Liverpool win the league from them. What's this going on?
No, he's comments here. Big up really does. Or should I say Dennis Healy with them eyebrows and big up the panel.
Big up, yeah.
Big up, yeah, mate. And for those who haven't, make sure you subscribe to this guy as well. Yeah, great channel, great guy, and obviously always a laugh when he's on. And thanks for that comment, mate. Absolutely, thanks for that comment. And then we'll say later, Liverpool in the Europa League. Yeah.
I think Tony wants to disagree with that. He wants to put the foot in the door and say, this is ours.
I mean, it would be very interesting. Imagine that, it would be an all English final.
I would like that.
I would absolutely adore that if West Ham beat Liverpool in the Europa League final. Just to send Klopp out in tears.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think we will get beaten, but it makes no difference to the league. We're still in the lead. Be happy with a draw. Difficult to mode around having a team that can play in Europe. Yeah, well, there's a few teams that still do it. So there's that. Big up Mama Flossie, Queen of YouTube. There is no other. Absolutely. And Budgie's saying here, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Not because West Ham aren't involved in it. It's more of a case of dislike of commercialising the sport. Well, yeah, this is obviously about the this Champions League thing. It's the way it's going now, isn't it? We're getting it happening all the time now. More and
It's
more
just
of anything else.
Too many rules changing soon. It does your head, and you can't. It's like everybody can't keep up with it. Everybody don't understand the rules. I mean, apparently I've been told, or I did hear now with these blue cards that's coming in, the Premier League now has refused it. The blue card, but apparently it might be in the Championship, it might be in the lower leagues. So whether that happens, I don't know.
I'll agree with Aces here on that. Liverpool will either win 2 or 3 cups a season, expect Premier League title. You know, I think if you look at it with Klopp's last season, I think the team's just going all out for him, aren't they? At the end of the day.
Well, it'd be interesting too this weekend because obviously Liverpool's got Man City in the Premier League, both fighting for the English Premier League. So hopefully that game would be a draw. And then obviously if Arsenal beats Brentford this weekend, we go top. So
Just what I like about this season is it's a 3-horse race. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of for the players, for the managers, must be good pressure to have, because obviously that you're going to carry on digging out for that all the time, and it's who's going to slip up. That's the question.
Yeah.
Out of the 3, who's going
to? Sorry, Tim, to cut you off. Here's a question from Mama Flossie. What it was, I was actually scrolling for YouTube. I can't remember whose show it was, but I actually went on there and it was a Newcastle one, and apparently they're on about Newcastle buying a new stadium. That was what the thumbnail said on the show. I can't remember whose show it was, and that, but they were saying. So I didn't know if Mama Flossie, what her thoughts is on that. If she could put in the comments and see what she sees, what she thinks about Newcastle. Well, if it is true, that is. But apparently, so what I've been hearing, they're looking into it, the owners, but I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not, Aces, I do love the guy, but look at this. Bayer Leverkusen versus Liverpool Europa League final. Yeah, man.
It's like Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. Except instead of Dominic Mysterio, it's Xabi Alonso. Custody of Xabi Alonso as the manager for next season. Whoever wins gets Xabi Alonso.
West Ham avoid Liverpool until the final. I'd fancy us to win it in 90 minutes.
Yeah, you can't trust Liverpool to win a game in 90 minutes. Got to win it in not 100 minutes.
John Sinclair TV. Was it on
the? Rosie could be right there. I think it may have been. Yeah. I think John Sinclair was actually on the panel.
Yeah, very interesting. Because obviously, if that's the case, I mean, a lot of people would talk about. I mean, obviously, Chelsea's in the same situation as well. Are they going to stay at Stamford Bridge or build a new stadium as well? It's another club that's looking at doing it.
Trouble is, though, if I was Chelsea, I wouldn't be looking into it. I don't think there's anything wrong with their stadium. If anything, I'd be actually looking at the bloody players in the team and trying to change that performances what's on the pitch, because at the minute they're absolute dire.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm Flossie's saying they've been talking about a new stadium for years. They've recently bought all the houses beyond the stadium so they can expand. So maybe they're going to stay where they are, if that's the case.
Well, I mean, I knew that the expansion, perhaps, of St James's Park was on the cards, but I was thinking that it was going to be an entirely new stadium. So,
what's their capacity? Is it 51, 52,000 capacity?
I think it's around that kind of thing, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
It looks like a stadium that holds way more than that for some reason. Like it looks like it's ridiculously high capacity, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think when I went there, Corey, I'm talking about years back when you come. I can't remember what the name of the road is. You come around the bend, and also there's St James's Park right in the distance, and it seems like there's a part of it that seems to be kind of lower than all than the rest. So maybe that's where the expansion part is. Could be that.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
Budgie's saying, did a recording Wolfie last night. It's a good one too. He's a thoroughly decent lad. Thanks for the introduction, Tony. You're welcome, Budgie. You know that. Anytime, mate. So they're just saying hello to each other.
Yeah, no.
Yes, that's right. Liverpool also have to go to London Stadium. They do indeed. Just a few people saying hello to each other. So, let's talk about the games on the weekend. So we'll start with we'll leave you out for the moment, Fuzzy. Don't worry about it. We'll start with Anthony and that because he's hiding. He's trying to contain that smile. He's trying to contain that smile.
I'm stopping my face from smiling like sort of thing.
There was that scene out of like The Simpsons or that news anchor who uses like hair clips to grab the skin on the back of his face just to keep it from sagging.
Yeah, so the games on the weekend. Do you know what? I thought the games on the weekend was good team. I mean, Arsenal didn't play on the weekend. We played Monday. So
you know what I mean. Jesus
yeah, I know
Christ,
what you mean, Steve. I know what you mean. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, where can I start? I mean, I predicted 5-0 wins at Arsenal, not realising that they were going to go to, be 5-0 up in 40 minutes in the first half. So
yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Well, it's brilliant. It's non-stop. And may long it continue. I mean, you know me. I'm not a Mikel Arteta in. I've got nothing against him personally. I just think at that time I just felt like he wasn't the right man for the job because he had no experience of being like a first team manager. But at the end of the day, I mean, what he's doing, you can't fault what he's doing. And I'll say it again, may long it continue. But we got to win the league because if we don't win the league, all these wins that we've been doing, it results to nothing. So, and but yeah, I thought it was a good game. I mean, the key to us now is the midfield. I think we got a nice balance there in that midfield. And obviously players, they just seem to rotate themselves, don't they, as they go up. Odegaard to go up and then Rice to go up. It's like they're saying, right, it's your turn. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they've got a style to play there and it is working well. So may it continue. Obviously, we know that Thomas Partey is back in the team now.
Didn't look good, though, did he? Didn't look good.
No, he didn't look good. No, he come on. I didn't think he looked good. The other thing as well is some fans are saying he should be playing, and I think, well, not really, because you think of it, there's 27 games gone now in the Premier League. Yeah, it's 11 games. Yeah, 27. Yeah. And you think out of 27, he's only contributed in the first 2. And that was it. We haven't seen him since. So I don't think he should walk straight into that team. If anything, be on the bench. Any problems, or if we're winning and you feel that Partey can come on and do a really good job, which hopefully he would, bring him on like in the last 20 minutes. And I say the same as Timber saying as well. QBR, he's doing well at left back. He's staying back. He's like a solid defender there at left back. But what we're doing, obviously because we're winning and scoring in these games, with QBR, we're not playing the inverted. So in all fairness, when Zinni was doing that, didn't result to anything, did it? So it just goes to prove, as an Arsenal fan and watching them now, that the inverted system is absolute rubbish. It's nonsense.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, you can't knock what Arsenal's doing at the moment. I mean, at the end of the day, it's free flying. You're playing some good football, and why bring in two players that are hardly played for the team itself and upset the equilibrium way it's working? You change the dynamics of the team, and not being funny again. It's another game, because fun enough, on Sunday, me, Jez, and Fuzzy, we all called it 6-0. We all said it was going to be a 6-0 game, but really, in my eyes, again. All right. I mean, you can say the damage was done in the first half.
Yeah.
But goal difference is going to count heavily if you're not too in the season, especially the way it's a 3-horse race. So really, for me, I would have gone out and expected a few more goals.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Saka's got he got taken off at halftime.
Yeah, was he injured?
He wasn't. No, he wasn't well.
Oh well, okay.
He felt ill because, in all fairness, I noticed that with Saka in the first half. I thought he hasn't really been doing a lot in this first half. He wasn't being creating mischief like how he does on that far right hand side of that. I could just tell he was off his game. And then obviously with the fact of Martinelli limping off, obviously because it's due to his injury. So I mean, in one way, I'm glad that Saka's not injured. I'm glad it was I don't know, it could be a sickness bug or whatever. So it makes you think. At least, hopefully, he's playing against Brentford. Regarding Martinelli, I haven't read no information on him if he's actually back for the Brentford game, or if he's not. Then, I mean, look, just don't fix what's. If it's not broken, you can't fix it. So, if Martinelli is injured, Jesus, he's there. He's an option there where he used to play that for Man City. So, I feel that we got a good team. Then Kai Havertz up front. He's scoring. He scored what? Since these wins we've been having, that's 7 games now. So that's 3 goals in 7 games he's scored.
Not bad.
And yes, and he's assisted a couple as well. I think it's 3 goals, 2 assists. But I mean, you look at it, he's causing havoc within that 18-yard box, and I keep saying this on shows. He's splitting up the defence, and obviously when you're splitting up the defence, the gaps, we're exploiting those gaps. Look, hence that's the reason why I really think we're getting these goals. So
because Arteta's he's actually kind of changed the formation since the Dubai thing. He's got players playing differently in positions, and it's working.
Yeah, definitely working. Yeah, but I said so. I'm enjoying it at the minute. May long it continue, and hopefully with all this that we're doing now, we can win the Premier League, because there's other reports I've been hearing. Well, not other reports, but obviously hearing people saying, whether it's in the street, on a show, on a stream or whatever, because obviously Liverpool's got Man City this weekend, and people are saying whoever's going to lose out of this game, apparently they reckon they're not going to win the league.
Be interesting call then, wouldn't it? Will be interesting call. I mean, Ace is saying here, Ivan Toney's out for the. Looks like he's out.
Tryouts.
Tryouts on Saturday night.
Well, I mean, it won't be that great.
Covered that
great of tryouts if Brentford are just completely null and void and insignificant in the game, and Ivan Toney just doesn't get any shots or any goals. You're almost hoping that Ivan Toney tryout. Oh, hello, cat walking across Tony's screen there. You're almost hoping that the game between Arsenal and Brentford ends like a 4-3 or something, and Ivan Toney scores a hat trick, because then it sort of proves his case and damn, we've got to get that guy in.
Yeah.
Because if he's completely, if he's just completely useless in the game and doesn't have any impact, then
it's true. Budgie saying he called it 6-1. You wouldn't want an inverted gearbox or steering wheel in your car. It's true.
God, I've done that before.
$4.99 a month in the future, maybe. Leipzig have been dominated all the main chances in this game thus far. Interesting. And evening or afternoon, morning to Scott Kirk. Tony's already been paid to miss. Interesting.
Scott.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God, what a view! Jesus, it's normally get his cat. I gets a view of a cat's ass, but Jesus.
Oh dear me. Yeah, didn't expect that. But anyway, and obviously, West Ham, great result against Everton, and again late goals.
Yeah.
So, do you think Moyes has turned a corner?
Yeah, I do think. I think the West Ham fans should lay off him a bit now. Because obviously you've got I think is this your second win in it of 2024? Yeah. See, you still haven't bought any party poppers, Fuzz, or anything like or balloons. So the hammers on it. But yeah, I feel that you've won your last two. I think with that massive defeat from Arsenal, I think that really put it into perspective. It given your team like a good wake up call, and obviously you've done that. You've won your last two games. I mean, I think you've got Europa League coming up as well, haven't you? So
Yeah,
I think if you have a decent run in that, obviously stay where you are. I think West Ham seventh, maybe. I mean, you look at it. I think you're just behind Man United now, aren't you? Jesus. And so you control your pussy. And
Good, the bad, and the ugly, and the cat.
yeah, God, the cat's got to make the appearance.
Get a fourth panel.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel you're doing really well. And I think between your team and Fuzz's team, there can be a bit of in the league. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ace has just backed up what you just said there on the TalkSport thing. And these two comments, the cat's taken over. And, early door, stop copying only. I have cat's ass on the screen.
Only has cat surges on the screen. Yes, you can't copy Freddie.
Just have to hope YouTube turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
They'll start asking some questions. Oh my God, Budgie.
Arsenal manic. Some bloke, Deji Spurs, keeps betting them West Ham will fail to win any of their next 6 matches. He's lost two £50 bets in recent weeks. I'll have to be on his channel then.
You can picture it now, can't you? Welcome to Animal Hospital. Hi, I'm Early Doors.
More pussy than I'm used to. Dear. Jez with cats on Monday night. Yes. All having a go.
That's what you Jez, and Long-Haired Yeti should do. To go on a triple setup, but instead of having you, Jez, and Yeti on the screen, just have your cats just sat front and center frame, just having conversations for an hour.
Yeah. Mind you, out the three of us, and Jez is quite close to having the same kind of follicly hair challenge, and that me and him can pull off Blowfield and that, just have the scar underneath our eyes, and that the old cat stroking. Who's going to die, Mr. Bond? Other than that.
That's why we don't invite James Corden.
Yeah.
Things will go south real quick if James Corden makes it onto that stream.
Yeah, I grew up with cats. But now I'm more of a dog lover now. I've got a dog.
So apparently saying here, it's hardly news that Man City score lots of goals in the Etihad Stadium, but tonight they've broken another major European competition home record. With their first half goals against FC Copenhagen, Pep Guardiola's side have become the first ever to score 3 or more goals in 9 consecutive games in one of Europe's elite competitions.
Yeah. I had a message from my mate who I work with, and he's a Man City fan. He's watching the game tonight, and he messaged me. He said who's that young kid? Is it Oscar Bob? Oscar Bob. Apparently he's having he's having a good game.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he?
He's a good player. Left wing as well.
I mean,
West Ham want a striker. Get going for him.
Yeah, Oscar Bob. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to get SpongeBob though, like we normally do. That's for sure. I mean, Scott's made a good call here. We look at bet your place for Paqueta back. Well, yeah, we are, mate. I mean, since he's come back as well, coincidental, since he's been back, that's where we've started winning. And it just shows you, I said before, one player doesn't make a team, but yeah, he definitely does. I'm deeply offended, Budgie. I'm dyeing my hair blue, doing a dance on TikTok to get you cancelled.
I call this the cancellation dance.
Yes.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh, mate. I saw it as win the dog in his office beside his desk. Maybe that's the reason why he's winning.
Maybe Win the Dog is actually being allowed to the Emirates now.
I don't know who's got him actually, because he takes it in turns, doesn't he? Who takes Win the Dog home, so, like the players. And
I heard Win the Dog as the bus driver now.
And then he might be, in all fairness, he might be our play him in the midfield role. Yeah, that's what I say.
Take over for party.
Well, I don't. Do you know what? Yeah, maybe because I can't see Thomas Partey at Arsenal for next season.
No, neither can I.
Yeah,
Top cat. Someone said there was a cat party. It definitely was.
Top cat. But yeah, I can remember that.
But yeah. Yes, I mean, West Ham, and plus that, I say Souček scoring the goals, and I mean Alvarez getting one at the end. I mean, great link-up play, a great ball put through to him, and dinking it over the keeper to make it 3-1. So yeah, we're back. West Ham's back.
So West Ham are massive again.
Exactly,
massive
again.
We can start.
Sorry.
Yeah,
There's 11 games now, isn't there? 11 games left of the season. Is Fuzzy going to be being ugly through 9 of them out of the 11?
Oof.
I might be hard stuck ugly for the rest of the season, It's a realistic possibility here.
Do you know what? It goes down to either the last game of the season, right? And if Arsenal didn't win the league, if it was Man City or Liverpool that wins the league, right? I know what team he's going to do. He's going to be the good, and he's going to shove me straight down the ugly. Well, you didn't win anything, Catney. You were in the race, so yeah, you're straight in the ugly now.
Well, I've actually missed a trick thinking about it. Your 7 games you've been winning. By now, Anthony, you should have eyebrows like 2 big snowplow brushes. That's what you should have by this stage.
They're slightly growing, see? They're slightly growing.
For every win Arsenal gets, Anthony's eyebrows get bigger. Either that or his crop just gets bigger and bigger. Sooner or later, if Arsenal keep winning, Anthony is just covering the whole screen.
You ain't going to see me. All you're going to see is the good, the bad, and the ugly. With me being a good, all you're going to see is a massive ball of hair. That's all you're going to see.
It's just going to be you covering all 3. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly.
Oh,
that's the plan. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah. And the only reason why you'll know with me and Fuzzy on the channel and that your ears and that'll be 2 headphones just being fuzzy either side. That's all you're going to see of us.
Yeah.
Your ears get wider.
Yeah. I'll be coughing up furballs on every show. When I go, furball.
1-0 with Mitchell, Vinny Jr.
Quality player.
Burned a good chance for exceeding 20 league goals this season. Yeah, he has indeed. He's up there, isn't he? Bellingham assist. See Bellingham again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I missed a trick there. Yeah, what you're saying about looking at us and Man United. I mean, there's only 2 points in it.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, they're on -2. We're on -4. So it'd be interesting.
Battle of the mid.
I think Man United might get it, Tim. Not being funny, but with that bloody world-class player they got, Scott McTominay, Anything can happen. Sorry, do you know what? That's it. I ain't going to say no more. Scott McTominay. I'm not going to mention his name. Folks. I'm not going to mention his name. No. Throughout the show, I would not say. I would not for the remainder of this show. I will not say his name.
I'll agree to that deal. That's. I'm wondering if there's a catch here. It's a quick one with the West Ham thing. Is that I'm sort of getting the gist that my theory about your West Ham season being a bit stagnant in the middle of the season. It's just the case that it got a bit dull, but now you're sort of finding a bit more flavour and spark in your team again, and now you're starting to see.
As Scott said, because we've now got Paqueta back, I think that's one good factor about it. But we also did the same thing last season. We found a bit of form near the end, and also, even though we still finished up 14th, we did find some form near the end of the season. Of course, we went on got the Europa Conference as well to boot with that. So yes, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, you've got Everton coming up, and as Asa said there, and that he expects Everton to get a result out of Man United.
Old Trafford needing a bounce back. It's sort of written all over the place, isn't it? United, United, we should bounce back. All the fans are like, yeah, we'll get back to winning ways. Dyche ball, we'll slap them up, and then it ends 2-0 to Everton. Full-time whistle or something. Yeah.
I like how Timmy asked you, so can you see Man United getting anything out of Everton? And then when it goes to Fuzzy, there was just this ginormous pause. There was like,
To be honest, I don't know which way that game's going to go. I really don't, because I don't know if the players are finally putting the plug on the manager with all the talk that's going on. Because it's massively accelerated now. The media talking about it, player leaks and sources close to players talking about it. At least the media and the players are now completely on the same page here. So, I'll tell you how we get away with not bottling things, Budgie, is that what we do is we start games, or we don't get ourselves into prominent positions to where we'd end up bottling it to begin with. We just don't turn up from the start. That way we can say that we never bottled anything because we never arrived. We never turned up. We never sat down. We're still outside in the pouring rain. No umbrella. Well, actually, the umbrella's broken, but yeah, downpour and everything. Hailstones, thunder and lightning. Yeah, it's just how it is. The way the cookie crumbles.
You sound like that guy I'm doing a loft extension for. He's a Man United fan, and that's all he was talking about was Man United today. And I'm just literally, you could tell the pain in his voice. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm fucking enjoying this. Yeah, and we were just literally, and I just wanted to hear him like say everything, and it was just like a joy to watch in one way. Sorry, but it just was, because obviously with Man United fans, you're used to it over the year that you've had with Alex Ferguson, and now obviously those days have gone. It's like what I said to my brother. He's a Man United fan. I said, now Fergus retired, I said, you ain't going to get another manager like that. That those times are gone now. So enjoy, like you've enjoyed the past, but now, sadly, with Man United fans, you're not that much now going to, enjoy the future unless something drastically really changes. Honestly,
we've heard the old comment, haven't you? When they say like, how the mighty has fallen, and not being funny, Arsenal's had it over the years. They've had the old the banter. Yeah. But Man United are definitely in that bracket. I mean, we've been there all the time, in and out. So we're used to it. But used to it, and the two mighty clubs. Yeah, it's been a bit hard for you guys in that respect to be on these kind of losing streaks.
Yeah. I
Definitely
mean, I got
sounds.
respect for Moyes with Jordan. I mean, with Moyes now with West Ham, I feel like he's got. Do you remember when, obviously, when he was the manager of Everton, and they were always finishing round about 8th and 7th, that sort of thing, and it was always like pretty much it was always repeat every
Big up,
season,
Dave.
and I feel that's what he's going to do with you lot team. But it's like what I said with West Ham.
Yeah,
I'm not being funny. You're never going to win the Premier League, and I don't mean that nastily.
No, probably not.
You're always up there around about, and you've got to look at it now. You've had European success, and also, you will qualify for Europe now. So you're a European team specialist, and this is why I see with the fans just don't.
What you got? Big
Yeah.
up the Jez. I'll switch to you more. I'm sorry I missed your show earlier on, mate. I was still with work and that, so unfortunately.
Big up, Jez.
Yeah, Jez, DJ Crane.
The King Wrongen.
The King Wrongen. We are the Wrongens. Everyone won't lose. Yeah, see.
Wrong and proud. We're wrong and proud. That's modern, right? That's quite modern days. That's our chant. That could be our chant.
And as always, he's got a good saying for old Jez.
How you doing, you prick? Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one because in a minute you're going to come up and he's going to see something like that in it. At you, prick. How you doing? I actually did see that in our chat earlier. I wish everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day, and big up to you, Yeti. Hope you're having a good day too, you prick.
Yeah, I agree with Aces here. I think Newcastle will get a result against Chelsea.
Yeah, I reckon he will too.
Because he's doing something at the moment, but to be a Chelsea fan, wow. And all good, not bad.
Oh, good, you know. Jez is getting his own back now. Jez has been on that quiet stall like with Yeti when he came like with the prick and all that, and now Jez is coming out of it. Do you know what? Big up Jez anyway. I like that guy. Jez,
he's a real one, isn't he?
He is
all are
really.
basically. Poch and Ten are having their own personal battle. That's true. Smash the likes, sub to the guys, definitely.
At least our league placement at the moment is still in single digits.
I start feeling sorry for the Tony. How else we get our moments of fun? This is true, very true, Budgie. Very true. They do get it. Don't worry about that. They do get that. Just
enjoy the moments of fun before it goes away again. Some life advice.
Can't wait to be watching United in Conference League next season.
I've got to be good for you guys.
Man, we need West Ham to overtake us for that to happen.
I tell you what, but if you're in the conference next year and you do a watch along, invite us all on the show and we'll make it entertaining for you.
Well, is that us against a club with a Wi-Fi password for a name that we play in the group stages next season or something?
Yeah, you can just see it, can't you?
The name's so complex that you we'll just call them Dave. We're playing against a team of Dave. We might as well let Yeti name all the teams in our group, to be fair.
That's true. This is true. That should be good. So, Anthony, what is your score prediction? We lost the chat as well. Score predictions for the Arsenal-Brentford game.
Arsenal-Brentford game. Did you see that Ivan Toney was late?
That's what apparently they say. I think Ace said that he was out.
Yeah, it's tryouts. The Arsenal tryouts.
The Arsenal tryouts.
So he's in the game, but
you know what? I feel Brentford is gonna. I think they're gonna turn up. They're gonna give us a game. I think they're gonna score in this game as well. So my predictions, and hopefully we get a good run of results and a win as well with goals. I'm gonna go 4-1 Arsenal.
Fuzzy, what you predict?
Yeah, I think it will be a really tightly contested game. I think Brentford will really show up, and they've got to make Arsenal run for their money, give Arsenal a run for their money, and Tony's going to have an impeccable performance, and by the end of the game, the scoreline will probably read 5-0 to Arsenal. The great are good.
The great are good.
The great are good.
Yeah, I think Brentford, if they played like they did last time, and that they'll capitulate. And for me, I think it's going to be a bit more of a tougher game. I think I'm going to go with a 4-1 on that game to Arsenal.
2-4-1s.
So I think they'll get a goal. I mean, this what people put in here. Budgie's putting 3-1 to Arse. Ace is saying 5 goals a must, and Pepsi Pack's also saying 5-0 as well.
Oh, fair play.
And of course, yes, that's right. Yeah, because apparently you've got Ramsdale playing in goal, haven't you, by all accounts?
Yes, we have Ramsdale playing in goal. Yeah, some obviously, I think it might have been in the contract that Raya's not allowed to play in goals because he was in goal in the last game against Brentford as well, wasn't he, Ramsdale?
That's true. Yeah.
So obviously he's not allowed to feature in those 2 games. 3-1 Arsenal, 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah. Well, it's a decent scoreline. Listen, do you know what? I would take the way I think it's going. I would take a 1-0 win, smash and grab, and that's it. Top of the Premier League, for a day, and then let's just see what the other results is between Liverpool and Man City. Hopefully, I hate relying on other teams to do us a favour, but there's times where you've got to. So I think with those 2 teams going for it, obviously because he's still in contention for the Premier League, I hope it's a draw.
Interesting. Yeah, because let's see, the early kickoff is Man United Everton. So, Fuzzy, what's your prediction for that game?
Well, I think as far as Everton go, I mean, just grab their recent results. But I mean, last game played against you, losing their 3-1. So yeah, I mean, drawn 3, lost 2. Drawn to Tottenham, drawn to Crystal Palace, and then drawn to Brighton. Obviously, lost to you and then lost to Man City. We need a response. It's again, we're back to bounce back settings with a season of inconsistencies. It's 2. What was it? No, so yeah, two losses on the bounce in the league. So hopefully it's not a case of consistencies for the wrong reasons, but that we actually go back out, going after 3 points, manage the games, players actually not throw the towel in after 20 minutes, and just play with a bit of pride, because that seems to be in really, really short supply at the moment at United. Just pride, just a bit of self-pride as well. Just, even if you're just representing yourself, rather than making yourself look like a bare arse on stage for everybody to see and laugh at, play with a bit of dignity. You to put what club it is you're representing aside for a second. You're a Premier League football player. You're at the highest level, and yet there's people in grassroots football that care about playing 90 minutes down in those leagues than you do. So, I mean, first and foremost, it's time for some of those players to get a reality check and get their heads screwed on straight. But I don't really know for certain which way this is going to go. I'm just going to predict for the sake of it a 2-1 to United. But realistically, I don't know which way this one's going to go, because it could be that United get their accustomed bounce back result. Everton were probably an ideal team to do so against. Or it's going to go more in the case that these players are desperate now to get this manager sacked because, the media's in full overdrive with linking managers. Talk of De Zerbi, talk of Thomas Frank, and God forbid it, Gareth bloody Southgate. But these. I mean, supposedly, some people have come out and said, "Look, Ineos, they're not going to link themselves to Southgate. It's just an outside. It's just a name thrown in the hat because it's like 0.001% chance or something. It can still happen, but it's really unlikely." So, but yeah, it's a really tough game to call given the recency of how United has been on the pitch, off the pitch, and just where everyone's heads are at the moment. And yeah, I want to be positive at least in some regard. Back my team at least to win.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a pretty game. It never has been this season, barring 1 or 2 games. Outside of that, it's long.
It sounds it, mate. It sounds very painful. Sounds very painful. I mean, obviously, Ace is saying there's a draw. Pepsi Pack saying Everton 2-1. Budgie's saying Man U 2, Everton 2. What about you, Anthony? What do you say?
I got 2 scorelines. To be honest with you, in this game too, I personally think, in all fairness, I think mostly it'd be a draw. I think it'd be a 1-1 draw. But the other scoreline that I've got is 37-2 to Everton, with Scott McTominay scoring the both goals to Man United. But that's the that could look. It looks like more like a 37-2, to be honest with you. But I mean, now do you know what? I'll go 1-1. I'll go 1-1, and that's what I can say, because I feel that Everton they're lacking that player up front. And Calvin Lewin, listen, he's championship. He was rubbish. He was one of my worst players I rated on one of my shows on the weekend, and I thought he was absolutely crap. He is crap. Let's be honest. Full stop. He's shit. He's championship material. He's like Eddie Nketiah. Honestly, those 2 players deserve to be in the championship or playing in League One, and who's probably they'd be lucky to score 10 goals for Bristol Rovers. So that's that. So yeah, so 1-1 on that one. On Ten. Fuzz, if you do get rid of Ten Hag, listen, look, I don't mind stepping in. Offer me a wage, I'll take over Man United. We'll get top 4, but only on one condition, that I'm allowed to play the reserves against Arsenal, so Arsenal could do the double over Man United for next season. But top 4 finish.
Listen, the saying an old animated turtle once said, right, that those who actively avoid their fate may ultimately end up encountering it. You may play the kids may turn up and turn you over. They play with more determination, more fight, and more passion than the first teamers. Arsenal could probably get that foresight and go, you know what? Yeah, no, we could probably play a couple of rotation players and all, secure our title in style, and then Patrick from a 16-year-old left back or something turns Arsenal over at Old Trafford, and then City take it on the last day or something. It could happen.
If that's the case, Buzzy, I'll sell him for less than £1 million.
Just get shot. I'll agree with you, Anthony. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw myself. I can't see it being any more than that.
I'll tell you what. If you sell our youth players for less than £1 million, I'll tell you what. Joel and Avram Glazer they'll be over there, standing outside your front door, 8 a.m. sharp, to shake your hand and say, "You are proper Glazonomic, shrewd businessman."
And he needs to go to United. That's more his level. Yeah, get some stinkers here tonight, Fuzzy.
West Ham United.
Oi.
You're welcome.
Enough of that. Enough of that.
He left the door open. Didn't specify.
Jez is asking, what are you doing in Kenny's house? That's true, yeah. As Ace said.
Kenny, I thought you said you changed the locks.
Well, apparently not. Look, as Asa said, Kenny left the key under the mat. That's how you got in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're renting it out. So obviously Kenny comes in, yeah, does his show, and as he walks out, Fuzzy's coming in. It's like
I love it if you could actually see an animated background where you can see Kenny running past the windows in the background. Bang on the windows, let me in.
You can see it there, though, between Kenny and Hotfuzz and that. Come inside, welcome to my crib. And they start showing him around the house and whatnot.
A bit like MTV or something.
yeah.
Remember those
You
MTV?
know, we were there last week, but we don't. Yeah.
No leaky roof at Kenny's house.
No, at least Kenny's house is well maintained, you know.
Proper work done there.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper work done there. I gotta be honest with you, Fuzz. Bloody hell, your piano in the background could do with a bit of a polish. I gotta say. I know. Dust on that. It's a bit dusty, your team now, isn't it? He's spreading everywhere. There's dust.
Hasn't got my team's logo on it though.
So, just going to go through a few of the other games. Obviously, on Saturday, you've got Bournemouth versus Sheffield United. So, what do you think of that game?
I didn't know. Was that someone walking behind you then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cat.
The cat's grown 2 long legs, 2 long arms.
Fuzzy, don't let Kenny in without chocolate milk.
That's the currency I'm exchanging. We're dealing glasses of chocolate milk. Forget cryptocurrency, forget coins, notes. We deal in real stuff, consumables.
Well, I think Bournemouth are going to win this game anyway. I'm going to grab this as 2-0 to Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think it's nothing but a Bournemouth win for me.
What's this game team? Sorry,
Bournemouth, Sheffield United.
Bournemouth, Sheffield United. Yeah, I see Bournemouth winning this one. I mean, the good news is, well, I mean, they were debating whether Solanke was going to play on the weekend, but obviously he was in there. Didn't score, obviously, but obviously, you know, he was there, made up the numbers, obviously in the team. But listen, yeah, I could see it being. I reckon it'd be more of a higher score. I reckon it'd be about 3. Yeah, I reckon good 3-0 Bournemouth.
I'll tell you what would be really good progress for Sheffield United as well is if Chris Wilder can let Norwood stay on the pitch for longer than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Real progress that would be.
This is true. And obviously the next game is Palace versus Luton. That's at Palace at Selhurst Park.
That's going to be a hard one to predict, that game. But I know. Do you know what? I was going to go for a Luton win then, but this probably won't surprise me. But I'm going to go for... Actually, yeah, solid. I'm going to go for a Luton win. I keep saying this on every show.
Excuse me.
I like the way Luton play. And when they're losing, they don't go down without a fight, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Luton.
I'll just say, Budgie's just getting ready for his show. No worries, mate. We'll see you shortly.
Don't call him short.
Excuse me. I need to get some water. I think my throat's going more and more as I'm talking. Would you make the score there, Fuzzy?
I have no idea how it is that Palace is playing at the moment with their new manager in charge.
Not been good so far. I think he's kind of there's some signs of improvement, but I don't think it's for the good or for the greater good.
It's not for the greater good for Palace. So yeah, I'll probably go with in the same camp as Anthony there. Go 2-1 to Luton, I think.
And I agree with that as well, actually. Because I think it is going, be a good game for Luton.
Yeah.
The next one.
That's
Yes,
where your
mate.
voice is going. Is all those 2 wins, you jumping around and all that, and you screaming your head off. Yeah, this is our second win of 2024. This is affected the vocal cords, doesn't it? You know.
So you need to show us your knees to see how much carpet burn you've got from knee sliding.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, I don't want to know about you and your carpet burns.
No. There's tiled floors here and that. You know, I've got no skin left on my knees. Just bare bone. Just bare bone going on. Next game is, this would be an interesting one. Wolves versus Fulham.
Oh, that's another hard one, isn't it? Actually, I'll tell you what, I think Wolves. It was Newcastle, wasn't it? They lost to over the weekend.
Yes.
And the ratings of all the Wolves player, with 5 being like the highest rating, most of them had 1.8 and 2s, and they played Pedro Neto up front in that game as well. You know what? I can't see nothing but a Fulham win here. So in that case, I think there's going to be goals in this game. I think you're going to be shocked with this scoreline. I'm going to say, was it 3-1 Fulham or 3-2? I'm going to do 3-1 Fulham.
Budgie, what you got? Budgie. Fuzzy. Budgie, fuzzy.
Fuzzy,
Fuzzy Budgie. A fuzzy Budgie.
If I can do a voice loud enough. Oh, I think
You got to sign it like, but if you want to sort of like, but you got to.
yeah, I gotta go
like
really
a Ray
deep.
Winston kind of accent. Fucking hell's going on?
I can't do a Cockney one, but I think this one will probably go Desmond. I'm gonna go with a Desmond 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I'll go 2-2. I think at the Molineux. Wolves, they got a 1-0 win against Brighton in the FA Cup before the Newcastle game, and their I've forgotten who their manager is. What is it? Former Bournemouth guy. Started doing his inner Klopp, going up to a crowd and just doing the air punches and all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fun with Man City. Yeah. So I'm thinking out loud, but so it finished 3-1 with Man City, did it?
Yeah, I think it was that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wait,
So
which game are you talking about?
No, the old camera was just. No, the old camera was just kind of.
What's that?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's going to be a 3-2. I think Rosie said exactly the same thing, basically.
Fuzzy's disappeared. Oh, there he is. I thought you just went off then.
That was a terrible impression. Don't worry, I know it was. I hold the stream hostage with some real bad impressions.
Yeah. I'm seeing it disappearing myself. Sunday's game. So actually, we've got Villa versus Spurs. It's actually at Villa's.
Right. Oh, right. Okay, then. I'll just jump in on this one. I think Villa's been playing amazing, brilliant football at the minute under Unai Emery. Ollie Watkins seems to be in good recent form. I think it's 16 league goals, 20 goals in all competition this season so far. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a Villa win. I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa, only because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan with my hatred of Tottenham. But who's that bloody cat again? Yeah, yeah. What is it with these people with streams with cats? They're all everywhere, isn't they? All gets in front of the camera and God knows what else is. Oh, and then when he turns around and I'm on there, there's a good big view of the cat's ass. It's horrible.
I mean, Tony's setup must be a fashion show or something, because all there is in front of the camera is a catwalk. I'll see myself out. Yeah. See what the Villa Tottenham game. Pretty sure Villa beat Tottenham in the return fixture. I'm pretty sure. Was that like a 2-1 win, was it? That they beat them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
Could have been,
Yeah, I think,
that's
yeah,
always,
I think they come back in the end, didn't they, with that one?
Yeah, if I scroll back far enough, it will let me. But yeah, to be honest, I think with this one, probably not as simple this time around, because I mean, yeah, that Tottenham team last time I faced them had quite a few players missing. This time around, it's Tottenham with pretty much everybody fit and available. So I think probably a bit of revenge for Tottenham, I would imagine. You take 3 points off of us, we take 3 points off of you. So yeah, I think it's going to go swings and roundabouts back in the favour of Tottenham for this one. I'll probably go with a 3. Let's just go 3-2 with this one. 3-2 to Tottenham.
I'm going to go over 2-2 in that. I think it's going to be a bit more of a closer game. I think both teams are there and thereabouts, and either team could either win it or lose it. So yeah, I'm going to sit on the fence on that one.
All them splinters.
Absolutely. No, nothing but it. Nothing but. Next game, Brighton Forest.
Brighton 10-0. Sit your Yeti. Nah.
You know what? Yeah, I was going to say
Gotta be
because the Yeti on there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a
what?
lot worse than that.
I think Fulham beat Brighton. I think it was 3-0, wasn't it? Because Brighton was really poor.
Yes.
You know? So
Yes.
I feel. Do you know what? I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for 2. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. Forest.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see it coming. I see what you're saying by that. Fuzzy?
Yeah.
Probably 2-1. I'd say 2-1 in the sake that maybe Brighton start the game well, but perhaps fizzle out. I think Forest maybe a goal before half time, come out second half, be the better of the two teams in the balance of play, and then maybe a 1-0 winner, either 1-0 or a Langer winner in the second half. Or Callum Hudson-Odoi, to be fair. There's quite a few people.
Yeah, I'll go over 2-1 as well. I think, Forest have got a good chance here. They've been playing some good football. They've been unlucky as well with some of the results. So, yeah, I think there'll be a 2-1 for them as well. And then West Ham versus Burnley.
Oh, my God. That was the... is it the Clarets, isn't it?
3-0.
Okay.
3-0 West Ham. Simply put.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your team is much better on paper, and your team's performing obviously much better on the pitch team. And for that, I'm going to see 4-0 Burnley. So, no, I'm joking. No, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go with a good, solid. I like that Paqueta and Bowen. You've got good links there. You've got a bit of chemistry there in the midfield, and with Bowen just sort of up front. So yeah, I think and
Good
more
night, mate.
Price as well. I think you're going to be 4-0 West Ham. Oh yeah,
4-0, as you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fuzzy. I'm going to keep it a bit more respectable. I suppose 3-0, I think, is probably our limit. If we get more than that, it's a bonus.
yeah.
Burnley are not exactly got much to offer, have they?
Yeah, you'll win that game because your claret and blue's better than theirs. That's it. That's the deciding factor.
Exactly. It's the bubbles in the shirts, mate. It's all them bubbles. That's what does it all.
Yeah.
And then what could possibly be the total decider? Liverpool versus Man City.
1-1.
Auntie wants it to be a 1-1. He really wants it to be a 1-1.
1-1.
Either that or a 0-0.
2-2. Any of that. As long as it's a draw, I don't care.
Forfeit game. Forfeit game, because that way no one gets any points. Yeah, I think this one's Man City have not won at Anfield since 2021, where they thrashed Liverpool 4-1 in that was early 2021. That was in February. So whether City rock up to Anfield and change that, I wouldn't. Bet, I wouldn't bet against it, but I would also bet against it at the same time because it's Anfield, and Anfield's cursed for everything. Everything that goes to Anfield is just cursed. Liverpool are literally just like they're on steroids or something. Whatever it's at Anfield, it's like their power up or something. I don't know what it is about Anfield and Liverpool. They just can't. They barely ever lose.
Because is Salah back for that game?
Think so.
I mean, Anfield is a massive threat. You go there, it's like I mean, Everton don't like going there. Man United don't like going there because I've seen the video of Alex Ferguson. And it was a video that they were interviewing with Arsene Wenger. And he said to him, what is the main threat with Liverpool? And with Arsene Wenger, you went out, he went, ooh, yeah, you know, that's not how he speaks. That's my Arsene Wenger impression. Isn't it me, or do you reckon Arsene Wenger, actually, do you know what? I always said he looks a bit like Mr. Bean. Do you reckon?
If Mr. Bean's sole diet was just culminated on croissants, maybe. Well, I drive my Mini Cooper, my green Mini Cooper around Paris. I go to visit Eiffel Tower in the morning. Yeah, Salah is back for that game. I'm missing Jota, Thiago, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, John Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson. Keller's going to need a big game up against Haaland. And he's been doing all right. Keller's been doing all right. And, as far as the score goes, I think maybe Liverpool take this. Liverpool just take this. I'll go 2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think that as well. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think
Oh, he's gone. The cat's pulled the plug.
Cat's pulled the plug. Yeah.
He's had enough. He heard my Arsene Wenger impression. He was like, "Nah, that's it. I'm done. See it. We're wrapping this up, people. We're gone." Yeah, 2-1 for me. Which way do you think it's going?
Which game was that? The Liverpool Man City one?
Yeah.
You went 2-1 to who?
I went 2-1 to Liverpool.
2-1 to Liverpool. And did you say Salah was in it? Is he fit?
Salah is fit, yeah.
Oh. See, trouble is, though, is like what I said, you've got Haaland there for Man City, but the player at the minute for Man City is doing it for me. Foden. That is the player to watch. And funny enough, we were chatting about this in work today. I mean, you look at it for England. You know what I mean? You know, obviously with Saka, Foden, and that. But the only problem is with Foden in that England team is exactly the same position if you watch who Bellingham plays. So who's going to play there, like sort of thing? You've got one or the other. But obviously, with the way how Jude Bellingham's playing at the minute, I think Emu's probably getting into the team.
Nearly, Jeff. We're nearly finishing the stream shortly anyway. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a close game anyway. But I think it's Liverpool.
Just go for a draw. Come on. No, you want to.
Don't give in to the dark side.
Yeah, through gritted teeth. Unfortunately, I can see either two ways here. Either Liverpool's going to nick it 2-1 or City's going to break their hoodoo in there and actually get a result there.
Yeah. You can't see a draw there. You can't see a draw at all.
No, I think I can't really see a draw going on because I think both teams are firing goals at the moment. I mean, obviously, as Pepsi says here, Liverpool win, they win in the league. It's as simple as that.
What's the last really big test for Liverpool? I mean, unless I'm high on life and decide that United are going to be a big test, which probably not.
Thanks, Jeff.
So, but yeah, to be fair, I think the toughest games for Liverpool will be done.
So as we're coming to an end anyway, I mean, obviously the main thing is just remember for the channels that have been on before, Long East Cave, Arsenal History and more, Green Street Elites, which is old Budgie, and obviously Jeff coming in with the Bowling Lounge. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you go and see their channels to share and subscribe to those lovely people. And as you know, these two are going to shout their channels out now.
Hotfuzz44. Quite literally.
Bloody hell. Yeah, that was Hotfuzz44, ladies and gentlemen. He's a Man United fan. He's enjoying the way they're playing this season. Anything can't go anything more better than what it normally is. Yeah.
It's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah. I'll shout out my name. Yeah, you can find me on Football United TV, where I used a show called Gunners from All Corners, Thursday at 9 o'clock. Do you know what? I'm not too sure if there's a show tomorrow. There might be, but it depends if I can get a bloody guest on. That's the problem. And also on Sunday, I'll be doing the Premier League weekend show. That is going to be airing at an earlier time. So obviously, when the last game finishes on the Sunday, that's when we're going to start the show, like what we did last week. We did it early on the Sunday because and that's it. Because obviously we jump on with Tim on the Sunday night takeaway. And also, you can find me on Early Doors TV. You know, this guy here. You know, handsome bugger. And where we do this show, the good, the bad, and the ugly. God, who's Braves team? And and that's it. And make sure you press like, subscribe to everyone's show.
Just one more thing as well. Tony doesn't use plucks to pluck his eyebrows. He used lawnmowers.
Oh, I was thinking more angle grinders on those. God,
you should actually see should see the garden and that. I've actually got the body outline of myself. I just lie on the ground and that fall into this kind of outline of myself, and the lawnmower just goes over. Done, easy.
Done. You got these eyebrows there, thing. They're like two bits of astroturf stuck.
Well, those astroturfs taken from the old Berlin ground, and glued them to your forehead as memorable souvenirs.
This is a nice reminder.
That way, you've got a piece of old school West Ham always on your mind, quite literally.
Absolutely, mate. You can't throw that away. That's for sure. DJ's friends laughing at it as well. So yeah, I mean, you got any shows coming up before we go out? You already said yours, Net Fuzzy. You got anything coming up?
I haven't got anything coming up. Not necessarily planned, but I suppose we do need to have a chat about this whole ongoing Manchester United manager situation, because that's the talk about Ten Hag being on thin ice, 3 games supposedly from a reliable source, that he's got 3 games to save his United career. If it goes wrong, he's gone. He could be sacked within 3 games. We could be that close to Ten Hag leaving Man United. So yeah, probably some point, possibly tomorrow night. Typical sort of 9. I'll say 9 o'clock, probably 8:30ish, perhaps somewhere around. Oh my God, Cooper's sacked.
Yeah, don't forget, Anthony's got new Wi-Fi, Fuzzy.
Yeah, hey, I must say, man, this is amazing. This Wi-Fi, seriously. I was like, with my last Wi-Fi, it felt like I was in the Stone Age. It was like all coming up, like, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, that 10 years ago. But
this is the longest sacking process that's ever taken known to man. He's still employed as the manager right now. It's just this, he's still leaving the door.
Yeah.
It's like trying to wade through a pool of custard. It's just it's hard.
Do you know what, Buzz? I'm gonna jump on your show. You know when game 37, yeah, Man United and Arsenal. Well, Arsenal, Man United, right? I'll jump on your show. We do a preview, right, and then we do an after show. But if you win, I'm not coming on. Right?
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just ask Tony if he can supply me with a cardboard cutout that can sit behind me.
No problem at all, mate.
Some massive eyebrow.
Good to see Lawrence.
Take your eyebrows off to dry your tears with them. You know. Bit like Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story.
Yeah, big up to Lawrence. Good to see him coming into the show as well from all the way from Lexington, Kentucky. Always good to see him coming on. Hey, Larry, and he's saying here, Big Andrew will probably go to United, in my opinion. That should be an interesting shout.
I'll tell you what, Tottenham fans would be absolutely losing.
Oh, goodness.
No worries, mate. We're nearly wrapping up anyway. So, but thanks for coming in as always. It's really good to have you all.
Take that nice red bar at the bottom of your playback screen and drag that SOB right the way across to the far.
It's very true. It's very true.
So
the last couple of things to shout out before we go. So, obviously, as you know, Sunday is the Sunday night takeaway show and that. So we've got a few things lined up for that already. And next Wednesday is obviously Use Free again. Oh, us free, shall I say it again?
Episode 9.
Take care, Jeff. And also before that, it's going to be airing at 7:30, a new show I'm going to be doing called Spotlight, an interview with. And my first host is going to be Mr. B from the Man United Agenda.
Oh, I'm definitely tuning in for that. I'm going to give that man so much shtick. It's unreal. Everything you said, don't believe a word he says. If he tells you, because it was his birthday, wasn't it? When we did the Friday night takeaway with the Man United Agenda, and it was his birthday the following day. And that man, he lies about his age. Don't you? Yeah. It's just being a Man United fan is caused a lot of, well, I don't know. There's probably a lot of. Well, it's giving them a hard life, basically, isn't it? Really, I mean,
they're not age lines; they're stress lines.
But yeah, he's a good guy. I like Mr. B's sound. We all get on with him well, don't we, Tim? And
yeah, we do indeed. We do.
And then that's it, like sort of thing. But yeah, I'll definitely tune in for that. That's definitely worth a watch.
No worries at all. Big up DJ Crane. Great stuff early doors, Anthony Hotfuzz. I have about an hour to watch on playback. Superb, mate. Yeah, enjoy that.
Good stuff.
So obviously that is going to be the first of many. So I will be at some point getting you guys on there to do a little Q&A with you as well. I'm
allergic to spotlights. So sorry, mate.
Don't worry about that.
You're already sat under one right now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Mama Fossey said I got a healer.
It's already burned your eyebrows off anyway, so you've got to be careful with the heat lamps.
Yeah, I can smell something. I think it's something. God, it smells like it's singed.
But other than that, an hour and 39. So well done, guys. It's been another great show. It's always good to have you two on board. And all we've got to say is good luck to the teams on the weekend. Hopefully, all three of us gets results. Well, maybe two of us anyway, at least.
Two of us, team. Yeah. Sorry, Fuzz. All right, mate.
Anthony, aka The Rock.
The Rock.
Exactly, Lance. Coming you irons, that's for sure. There's no two ways about that. So anyway, we're going to be bouncing ourselves out. And we just want to say thanks for watching us, and we'll look forward to see you next time. Take care for now.
A win a day keeps Southgate away. That's all
exactly.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only to win it life. I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real.